Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny. It is Friday, and of course that means it's time for Xur. It is his final appearance for the year of 2017, so let's go ahead and check out his inventory and see if I can finally get that elusive colony. So let's take a look at his inventory for the week. We start with the Vigilance Wing. I'm sort of torn about this weapon. While I really like the idea, I'm just not great with it, maybe because I'm not that great at aiming on PC yet. But essentially this weapon's exotic perk is that it gives you a 5-round burst instead of the usual 3-round burst for pulse rifles. This is really gonna reward precision aiming. It also gives you health regeneration and increased movement speed when an ally is killed. So on paper, this sounds like it should be really great for the Crucible, but I think pulse rifles in general just suffer from a little bit of identity crisis right now in Destiny 2. There are just so many better options. You can either go with a really good scout rifle or a really good high impact auto rifle. Those are both going to outwin the Vigilance Wing. Next up for the Hunter exotic, we have the FOETRACER helmet. This is kind of an underrated helmet, but it's only underrated because there are so many better options for the Hunter, and that's going to be a running theme for this week, is that you're going to have really solid exotics, but you have other exotics that are available to you that are just going to be a lot better. So this is going to be great for collection purposes, but not much more. This has Relentless Tracker, visually marks targeted enemies, deals more damage to low health and marked enemies. So you can see how this could be very useful, especially in the Crucible, but again, the Hunter just has so many better exotics like the new Gemini Jester, which I'm absolutely in love with, so this is really going to depend on your playstyle. Moving on for the Titan, we have the Peacekeeper legs. I really dig the way these legs look. It's actually one of my favorite designed exotics, but I just don't find the perk all that interesting. Reloads stowed submachine gun and allows you to ready them instantly. This, of course, is very useful if you are using submachine guns, but to me, it's not enough to make it worth my exotic slot. But if you're a Titan and you're doing something like ad duty, this could be very useful. Moving on for the Warlock, we have Eye of Another World. This is, again, a decent exotic, but there are much better exotics out there available for the Warlock, so it's not really worth using. Highlights priority targets and improves the regeneration speed of grenade, melee, and rift abilities. Again, sounds great on paper, but this seems to be the weird, lazy cop-out for a lot of exotics, which is to simply increase the regeneration speed of your abilities. These are not perks that are worthy of the exotic slot. So, in my opinion, any armor like this, unless it's insanely effective, is not worth your time. Now, moving on, we have the Fated Engram, which I'm going to be opening here in a minute, but first I wanted to touch on 3 of Coins. Now, Bungie has very recently told us that they are continuing to collect feedback about how 3 of Coins works and whether or not it needs any improvements. Now, of course, a lot of people think that they are broken, but Bungie did clarify the way they're supposed to work is by simply increasing the chance of getting an exotic from a source by 50%. Doesn't seem like a lot if the original chance is very low, but where I recommend using it is for milestones. So I recommend popping one, because it lasts for 4 hours, to go ahead and use it to do all of your milestones, and then have enough time to collect those powerful engrams from the tower. Those powerful milestone engrams have a very high chance of already giving you an exotic, and if you add 3 of Coins to that mix, a 50% increase in that case is going to be very high. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a few of these, because I find that they do work in the right situations. Alright, so moving on to the Fated Engram. If you remember from last week, we went over how my Titan only has 1 piece of armor and 1 exotic weapon available for the drop. And of course, last week I got the Khepri's Horn, which was the final piece of armor for my Titan. And as of right now, the only weapon that I should receive is the Colony. So we're about to find out whether or not this theory is true, or whether or not this actually works, because this is the only exotic that my Titan can possibly receive as far as it being a new exotic from one of these engrams. So let's go ahead and open this up and see if it works the way it's supposed to. And there we go. We got the Colony. Awesome. So these engrams are working as intended. There was some note about them possibly not working for everyone and it being sort of broken a little bit, but it seems to be working for me at least. And now I have the Colony, the weapon I've been missing. And I think I even have the, yep, I have the ornament, so we can put that on. And that's it. There it goes. Actually, I kind of like it without the ornament. Let's put that back on. That looks pretty cool. We'll play around with that a little bit and see what it's like. And yeah, that brings us to the end of Xur's inventory, the final inventory for 2017. Of course, 2018 I believe will be a very defining year for this franchise, so we'll see exactly what we'll be getting in the new year. I, for one, am always going to be hopeful because I genuinely want this franchise to succeed, and I'm going to give it whatever support that I can within reason. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what you got in your fated engram and what are you still hunting. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more Destiny content. And I will see you all next time.